Hello, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Today, we are going to start with Unit 11. Are you ready? Let's begin, okay? Please open your student book, page 56. The title of this unit is It's from the Past. Okay, I'm going to read the main outcomes for this unit. You will be able to respond to questions before, during, and after listening. Number 2, use teacher introduction and other clues to understand new words when listening. Number 3, use context to understand new words when listening. Number 4, skim simple written materials for the main ideas. Number 5, scan simple written materials to answer questions. And number 6, to follow oral instructions. So these are the main outcomes for the whole unit. Let's begin. Okay, this is our new lesson. It's from the past. Now, I want you, before we start, okay, to look at the pictures here. Picture number 1. Okay, here we have students, okay, and we have a bus, and we will learn another word for the word bus, okay. We have person here, and it seems that he's a curator. Curator is the person who is in charge of a museum. Now, it seems that those kids are going in a journey to a place. And if you look at the pictures, this place is a museum. And they are looking at the old things in the museum. And here, the boy here, we have two boys, Karim and Ali. One of them is holding a book, and this book is a guidebook, and it has the title of Jordan Museum. Now, we are going to listen to the conversation to know more about their visit to the museum. But before we listen, let's learn the new vocabulary. Okay, so the new words are, the first one, bottle, bottle, and you know what is it, and it could be made of glass and sometimes made of plastic, okay. Jug, and you know what is a jug. We use it to for water, okay, yes. Spoon, okay, all of us know that this is a spoon and we use it to eat with it. Coach, coach is the other word for bus, okay, the same meaning of a bus. Guidebook, okay, look at this book. We need such books when we travel from one place to another to know more about other countries or the historical places that we visit, even if we do not travel to other countries. Here, if you go to Petra, if you go to Aqaba, okay, you sometimes buy a guidebook, okay, in order to tell you about the most famous places in that country or in that city that you want to visit. Striped, striped, do you know what is the meaning of striped? Striped are the lines, okay, having lines like this, having lines. Curator, curator is a person who is in charge of a museum or a library. So if you go to a museum like the picture here we have, okay, or to art gallery, there is a person called a curator, and this person describes everything to us in the museum or the art gallery and give us the most important information about that place, okay, or the history of things that we have in a museum. Okay, look at these things here. We have here different objects made of metal, okay, like the spoon, like knives, okay. So these are objects made of metal. And if you look here, okay, we have objects made of glass, okay, like the glass that we use to drink water or juice. And here, okay, the jars here are made, or the pots are made of clay. So the pots here made of clay, the objects here made of glass, and here made of metal. So objects could made of metal, glass, made of clay, like things that we have in this picture. Okay, now you are going to listen carefully. While you are listening, just read with your eyes, okay? And after that, we will answer the following question. Where are the children going to? So you have to listen now in order to answer the question. But don't forget to read with your eyes while listening. Okay, now.
Pupils Book, page 56, Unit 11. Exercise 1. Listen and read. 1.
Today we're going to the Jordan Museum. We're going to see lots of objects from the past. Here is the coach, children. Look both ways when you cross the road.
2.
This jug is from the 2nd century, and it's made of glass. People used this jug to carry water. Can you see the spoon next to the jug? It's from the 2nd century too. It's made of metal.
3.
Kareem, look at this bottle. It's 2,500 years old. It's a beautiful striped bottle. The colours are very bright. What is the bottle made of? It's made of clay.
4.
I've really enjoyed our trip. The museum is very interesting. Look, I've bought a guidebook about the museum to read at home. Then I can learn more about all the different objects. That's great. You can use the information for your school project.
Okay, I hope that you enjoyed listening to those boys who are going to the museum, okay? And now, if you remember, I asked you a question before listening, and the question was, where are the children going to? And what do you think is the correct answer? Yes, that's right. The correct answer is they are going to the Jordan Museum. So, we said before that they are going in a journey to a museum, but we did not mention which museum. So, the museum is the Jordan Museum. That's right. Now, I want you to listen again and to go back to the listening, okay? And in order to be able to answer the following questions. So, you have to listen carefully, okay, to the audio again, okay, and to replay it again, and to read with your eyes in order to answer the following questions. And the questions are the objects in the museum new? Number 2, how did they go to the museum? Number 3, what is the bottle made of? Number 4, what did Kareem buy and why? So, if you listen again to the audio, okay, and you read carefully with your eyes, you will be able to answer these questions. Okay, I'll answer them with you, and you can check your answers now. Let's answer them. Number 1, are the objects in the museum new? What do you think? Are they new? No, they are very old. So, if you are talking about objects in a museum, then those objects are not new. Of course, they are very old, okay, from ancient time. Number 2, how did they go to the museum? How? Yes, they went in a coach, and I told you that a coach is the same meaning of a bus. So they went in a coach or in a bus to the museum. Number 3. What is the bottle made of? What do you think? Yes, it is made of clay. So the bottle that is in the museum, as they said, this is the first time for them to see a bottle made of clay, because nowadays the bottles that we use or we used to drink water in it or juice or cola, whatever, okay, they are either made of plastic or glass, but the one that is in the museum is made of clay. That's right. Question number 4. What did Karim buy and why? Okay, he bought a guidebook about the museum in order to learn more about all the different objects. So if you go to a museum and you want to learn more about the objects that are in the museum, then you should have a guidebook, okay? Because this book gives you details about each object that is in the museum, and you can learn more about these objects. So here Karim bought a guidebook about the museum in order to learn more about the different objects. Thank you for answering the questions. I hope that you answered them correctly. Okay, now let's move to the workbook, page 53. So open your workbook, page 53, please. Now we are going to answer the questions together. Question number 1, read, look, and circle, okay? The first one is done for you, and I did the rest also for you here. Let's answer them and read the questions, the sentences together. Here, each sentence is referring to one of the pictures that we have. The first one is, this vase is made of clay, okay? It's from the 2nd century. Number 2, look at this beautiful, of course, what is it? Yes, it's a bottle. It's not a spoon, of course. It's a bottle. It's made of clay and it's 2,500 years old. Number 3, this, yes, it's a jug. This jug, it's not a spoon. This jug is from the 2nd century. It's made of glass. Number 4, look at that spoon. Yes, it's not a fork. It's a spoon. It's made of metal. It's 300 years old. So the answers are done here for you. Just write them down, please. Now, let's complete here the answers together. Now, we have also 4 pictures. We have a bottle, a jug, a spoon, and a vase, okay? Now, we have sentences about each one of them. You have to complete or to fill in the gaps with the correct words from the box. Let's do it together now. Number 1, this bottle is 2,500 years old and it's made of clay. Number 2, people carried water in this jug. It's 2,000 years, so this is what? A jug, of course. 2,000 years old and it's made of, what do you think the jug is made of? Yes, that's right, it's made of glass. Good. This, number 3, what is that? What do you think? Yes, it's a spoon. Yes, this spoon is from the 2nd century. It's made of, okay, it's made of what? It's made of metal, of course. The spoon is made of metal. And number 4, what about this? I like this beautiful, yes, it's vase. I like this beautiful vase. It's made of clay. So these are the answers for the 2 questions.